Hey everybody, welcome to a video on the Constructor Criticism YouTube channel. I'm Spencer, host of Constructor Criticism and Limited Time Only, two podcasts about getting better at Magic the Gathering. Today is Wednesday Night Warrior. We've had some fun videos recently, some serious videos recently, and today I kind of want to just kind of get back to the things that I enjoy talking about, which is improving at Magic the Gathering. You know, that is one of the reasons that I love Magic the Gathering so much, is that nobody's perfect at it. It's too hard to be perfect at. And I want to talk really quick about kind of something that I'm trying to do right now and that I think is important. And one of the things that people say to me is how much they enjoy constructive criticism, right? And how the things that make it excuse me, different than some of the other podcasts that they might listen to. And there's a reason that it might be different, and that's kind of the focus that we've put on hashtag always improving. And I think that for me, one of the things that is really important to me as I try and get better at the game is honestly looking for areas to improve. It's not just finding your misplays, or it's not just looking at reading articles or looking at videos and things like that. I think that there is something to be said. I don't know if I did a video or was a podcast that was talking about being an active participant in your game, but I think that at the same time, you need to be an active participant in your improvement. Today I played a sealed PTQ. I thought my deck was very good. And I ended up not typing the PTQ online, and kind of looking back, I looked over my seal pool, and one of the things that my deck was kind of missing was closing power, and I had kind of two medium bad flyers in my sideboard that I had to keep siding in because my deck was kind of full of a bunch of dumb little creatures, and then a Tetsamok. And after thinking about it for a while, I was like, man, if I had just played these dumb flyers, I probably would have not lost some of the game ones that I lost, or at least my deck would have been better, and I would have given myself the best chance to win. And I think that while you have those moments where I got unlucky in games, right? My opponent top decked in my first loss. My opponent top decked cards, and I got flooded. And it's really easy to have that be the focus of where you think, or you can think about the things that you're in control of. And in this case, I was in control of the deck that I presented at the beginning of these matches. And the deck that I submitted for all the game ones was not the optimal build that I could have had for a PTQ or for this PTQ. And that's important because it's really easy for you to dictate the narrative that you're going to tell other people, and have it be in your favor. But I think that what's important is understanding the narrative that you're telling yourself. Because if you are telling yourself the wrong narrative, you're just making it that much harder for you to improve. And it's so easy to get trapped in these bad beat stories or things like that. And the other day I had my friend and I were talking about something, and I was pretty sure about something, and I told him, no, I think it's this. And a few days later I sent him a link, and I was like, hey, look, it looks like I was wrong. And he texts me back, he says, that was really big of you, like, this was 3 days ago. Most people wouldn't just go around talking about how they were wrong here. And I texted him back and I said, being wrong is just an opportunity to learn. That's There's nothing wrong with being wrong, and if you're afraid to be wrong, first of all, you're not going to speak up, and second of all, you're not going to give yourself an opportunity to learn something new. And I think that Magic is the same way. If you're not playing games and trying to learn from them, you're not giving yourself the best chance to improve and be the best Magic player that you can be. And it's so easy to get caught up in the what ifs, and not the what happens. And I'm actively trying to get better at putting myself in a position to look at not only the games that I played, the decks that I submitted, why I submitted them, and learn from any little mistake that I've made in those areas, because every little thing that you do in Magic adds up to those little tiny percentage points. I mean, if you think about some of the best players in the world, they're winning 60% of their matches at the Grand Prix level, or maybe a little bit above that. And if you want to get to that percentage, you have to do every little thing, not just big swingy things. And people focus on the wrong things in Magic a lot, right? They focus on Jedi mind tricks, or they focus on little tiny edges through, trying to look at the bottom of their opponent's deck. It's just stupid stuff that doesn't matter. When the best thing that you can do is self-evaluation and trying to improve through, being a participant in your game and in your practice. So I hope that, if there's anything that you can learn from this today, it's to treat self evaluation as important as it is. Because it's number one, it's the thing that will give you the most gains in the least amount of time. You can jam 1,000 games of Magic, but if you're not a participant in those games and you're not trying to learn from those games, and you're not looking for areas to improve, those 1,000 games were just 1,000 games of Magic, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But if you want to get better, try and find the things that you can do to improve. So thank you everybody for watching this week. I I am really grateful for the viewers that I get on this, and don't forget to hit that like and sub button. You can check out patreon.com/ccmtg to become a patron of Constructive Criticism, patreon.com/LTOMTG to become one of Limited Only. Those are my two podcasts about getting better at Magic Gathering. And then if you want to support me directly, just go to patreon.com/EasyGameMedia. Don't forget to check out our sponsor of this at Pure MTGO and the Mana Traders. Or not Mana Traders, Pure MTGO and MTGO Traders. Sorry. I really appreciate that. They make it so that I can play MTGO the way that I do. So thank you so much. I will see you guys all next week.